Okay, 2023, hold up, new anime season. Animoon, I'm here. I've watched every anime that's airing so far. By every anime, I do not mean every anime because a lot of stuff here, there's so much filler, so much fluff, stuff that's like so generic and kind of forgettable. The heavy hitter this season is definitely Vinland Saga. Some of my favorite shows so far are NieR Automata, Bungo Stray Dogs Season 4, and Inspector Season 2. But besides that, a lot of chill but forgettable shows out here, so I'm about to review all of them, let you know what's good or bad this season, and yeah, let's get started. Okay, so for the NieR Automata anime, being called like version 1.1a, very exciting. So yeah, if you have not played the game, this first episode is basically like a one-to-one with the game. All the action scenes, all the characters, it's like so similar. The music that's being played is the first song as you're like in the first level. You're just in a ship kind of shooting, you don't really know what's gonna happen, but then you see the main character you're controlling, 2B, blindfolded android, white hair, voiced by Ishikawa Yui. She's Mikasa's voice actress, so yeah, I just like hear all of Mikasa instead of 2B right now. Bro, she's so good, I love her so much. Probably my favorite girl this season by far. The game is insanely good. If you like single player stories, if you like weeb shit, if you like big tittied android waifus, if you like white haired girls with eye patches, if you like action, shooting, and good music, bro, just play the game right now. But yeah, the anime's like pretty exciting so far, so no complaints too much. So yeah, I'll just talk about the episode. We kind of start off with 2B. She's like kind of giving a monologue. She's like talking about the cycle of life and death because it seems that they're like fighting a war against robots, and then yeah, it's just like constantly fighting. 2B doesn't really know her purpose too much, but yeah, she doesn't really question the orders. It's kind of like a militaristic command chain, so we got all these androids fighting robots, and yeah, there's a lot of setup going on. But yeah, basically it's in planet Earth. We don't really know how long it's been, but yeah, it's like a post-apocalyptic world. All these robots are out here, and these androids are basically doing missions. So yeah, we see 2B with a squad of other people in their unit. They're kind of flying in these transformer ships, but the thing is they're getting shot down by these robots. So yeah, kind of cover your eyes because the robots are all CGI. Probably the worst part of this first episode so far, but besides that, 2B's animation was very sexy. So yeah, we see 2B's mission. There's kind of like this big ass robot somewhere here that they're trying to hunt down. So she kind of like takes command. She's like the only one left alive in her unit, and he's kind of shooting all these robots. She's like kind of going deeper into this factory and then fighting all these robots. She also has this flying pod kind of supporting her, also shooting bullets. So yeah, it's basically exactly the same as the game, you know, just like this hard ass fight scene in the beginning. So yeah, 2B's here by herself. All her unit died, but then she gets support from 9S, the best boy. So yeah, he's another white-haired android with a blindfold, and yeah, they're basically forming a friendship. They're kind of working together. 9S is part of like the scout unit, so he like really good at hacking and providing support from the back, while 2B is just out here fighting, assassinating these people with her samurai sword. And basically they do their mission. They're kind of like targeting this big ass robot, and when they finally find it, it's like a big fight. So 9S is kind of hacking it, and 2B is kind of flying away. She can't really do too much over here, but yeah, 9S gets injured. Bro, this dude is falling apart. His like internal organs are spilling out. His arm got cut off and everything. So yeah, it's kind of over for him. And then 9S, in a last ditch effort, he kind of backs up 2B's data, and he also helps 2B kind of like fight off the robot using his hacking powers. So yeah, 2B takes the robot's broken arm, kind of smacks the robot, and yeah, breaks it. The thing is, she's also kind of injured from this fight, so her and 9S are kind of like together on the roof. The thing is, there's 3 other robots. So this mission, bro, they got no chance. So what do? They blow themselves up. They have this black box inside of them, a core. So it's basically like their robot hearts, I guess. But if they kind of like make them touch, then there's like this big giant ass explosion. So basically they kind of take themselves out, and yo, that's it. It's over for our main characters. Or is it? Because they are androids. So yeah, just because you die in these missions, it's not over for you. You keep fighting. We see that 2B is like very emotional, but tries to keep that shit bottled inside. And after that, she does reunite with 9S. So yeah, they're kind of talking back to normal. The thing is, 9S does not remember 2B. Since he only backed up her data, he couldn't back up his. So he only remembers the beginning of the mission, but he doesn't remember talking or interacting with her at all. So that's kind of sad. We see 2B kind of like feels guilted about this as well. But yeah, we kind of end the episode there. They kind of do a glory to mankind salute. Who knows what that's about. They kind of like give us a post-credit thing about like multiple endings, which is like a big theme in this story. So there's like kind of like endings from A to Z basically. We're probably going to meet some other characters. The music's probably going to hit really hard because yeah, they're copying a lot of the game music, which is like very, very nice. Besides that, the action scenes seem really good. A lot of the robots and stuff are CGI, so you know, we can't really do too much about that. But yeah, this anime is like pretty amazing. I'm really looking forward to it, and yeah, I'll highly recommend playing the game if anything. Okay, so for Kubo, Won't Let Me Be Invisible episode 1. So it's a new Shonen Jump anime. It's kind of like a cute slice of life romance show. It's not really like about a dude with the power of invisibility. It's more kind of like high school romance. There's a term I have for people that enjoy this type of anime: LDDB, lonely dudes down bad. This is 100% catered to you. If you have that void in your heart, you need to fill it with like some sweet self-insert vanilla romance. These animes are made exactly for you. This one's kind of like by the books as well. There's some main dude Shiraishi, no defining character traits at all. But then the most popular, cutest, athletic girl in the school kind of notices him. Her name is Kubo. She has purple hair, purple eyes, very cute. I love her, makes like cute pouting faces all the time. She makes the first move and basically talks to Shiraishi a lot. So it's like kind of appealing to that self-insert fantasy. You're just living your life by yourself, but then a cute girl just comes out of nowhere, introduces herself to you. She wants your dick. That is the end goal for Kubo. But she also wants to be friends with Shiraishi, have other people see that he's not invisible. So it's kind of like wholesome goals by her. But yeah, after watching these animes, I just get that clarity like, oh shit, my life is empty now. I can never be like this dude. He not like me for real. And it's not even like the male fantasy or anything. There's like a lot of animes like this, Bocchi the Rock kind of similar, where there was like a random extroverted girl in Ijika who kind of introduced herself to Bocchi and got her to join the band. So stuff like that where it's just you're by yourself, but then some random person just like comes and changes your life. It's like that where the fantasy is a bit realistic, so it's kind of stringing you on. And I mean, yeah, this anime is cute. With all my criticisms about this genre, voice acting so solid. Hanekana's voice, I could just hear that shit all day. The situation is pretty nice. I guess the anime is new, so I'm not like bored of it at all. I love the interactions with Kubo and Shiraishi. Just, you know, innocent, talking in class, sharing contact info, talking in the park, and then, you know, making meetup plans. So yeah, the relationship is developing. It's so nice. Shiraishi, obviously, he's oblivious, so he even asks why Kubo is hanging out with him, and then she doesn't really give him a straight answer because it'd be too easy. It's more about the journey than the destination. So she doesn't really want to tell him that she loves him just yet. It's gonna be a long ass journey for that. But yeah, you know, very cute anime. You know, Takagi-san, very similar. Also, yo, Nagatoro-san as well. Yo, the problem with this type of anime is that the main character, I kind of don't like it when the main character is kind of like this edgy, useless blank slate. He just kind of has no defining characteristics. So it's like I have no idea what Kubo sees in him. Besides, like, she's the only one that can detect that he's not invisible. And that's where Nagatoro-san kind of differs for me, where the main character's a Chad. He's just doing his art, very skilled. He doesn't let all the haters bother him. So I like when the main character actually has like defining traits, is kind of useful. But yeah, this anime is super cute. I'm definitely gonna watch the whole thing this season. Kubo's pouting faces are so insanely good. Her voice is like sweet honey in my ears. And if you don't like high school romance, if you want your girls to be a little older, well, Kubo has an older sister and she got red hair, kind of hot. So who knows where this anime will take us, but so far it's really nice. All right, so for Vinland Saga season 2, goddamn bro, this anime is back. It's animated by Mappa now instead of Wit Studios, so yeah, kind of interesting. Mappa's taking all the big names for themselves right now, so yeah, this is another one. It's like very solid. Like the story for this anime goes so hard, very unique and different, where, you know, it's not just like Vikings like hitting each other and stuff. There's like an actual story, complex characters. It feels really nice. So yeah, in the first season, you know, Thorfinn's the main character, but none of the characters you kind of rooted for. Like Thorfinn was kind of annoying and did nothing, and then Askeladd was evil. All these other guys are just like evil dumb Vikings. They're just like tough and murdering everyone. But yeah, as you finish the first season, you see Askeladd, bro, that dude was insane. But you know, I still hate Thorfinn, so yo, hopefully this season 2 he kind of gets some character development. So yeah, this episode looks very pretty, you know, the European Greenlands, all these kind of cool nature environments. So yeah, it kind of starts off, this episode's called Slave, so this whole episode we follow this dude NieR, his life, his kind of whole life story is very tragic. So yeah, I mean, it's a pretty nice thing, just like starting the season off just randomly, new character, we have no idea where they're going. But yeah, so NieR is just chilling with his fam. He has this little sister and his mother, and you know, when things are happy, you have a family in Vinland Saga, bro, that shit's gonna be gone in a second. They're chilling in the village, and then after a bit, you know, the Vikings attack them. They kind of were able to escape, but then NieR's mom got hit by an arrow, and then him and his little sister don't want to leave him. So yeah, they all get attacked by the Vikings. The little sister tries to fight back, so she gets killed instantly, and then yeah, NieR gets beaten up and sold as a slave. So yeah, we just see his whole life as a slave. He sees people dying around him, suffering. He can't run away, just so cold, and life is hard. But then, you know, the master kind of tells him, yo, you find a good slave master to like buy you, that's your life goal basically. That's how you made it. So yeah, NieR's just like, you know, aging and stuff. He's like pretty brolic, very tall. After that though, we kind of fast forward a few times, and then he's being sold again. We see Leif Erikson, bro, the dude, he's so old now, but he's still looking for Thorfinn. Yeah, goddamn Thorfinn, where you at? But yeah, that's not relevant right now. So yeah, NieR gets bought by like this nice farm owner, and then he finally kind of achieved his dream. You know, he works on a farm. It's kind of like his old life. But yeah, the main thing as we end this episode, bro, Thorfinn is on this farm too, because he's kind of tall, grown up, maybe like in his 20s. He got like this axe. He doesn't seem too main character-y, you know, he has long hair, but he looks like a bit homeless. So yeah, this anime continues. Probably gonna be a really long, juicy story again. I have no idea where they're gonna go, but you know, expect some Viking fights, some cool stuff. Probably character development for Thorfinn, because we have no main character to follow so far besides him. And yeah, this is gonna be 24 episodes deep. So yeah, excited for this one this season, but the story is pretty heavy, so it's not really for everyone. Okay, so for Tokyo Revengers season 2 episode 1. So yeah, pretty interesting shonen anime, you know, time travel, Takemichi like trying to be a gang star. A lot of stuff going on in this anime. The manga's like pretty hyped up. You know, it's been a bestseller for a while. Thing is, you know, when it ended, a little bit controversial, you know. And yeah, this anime like in general isn't really that amazing. Don't get me wrong, it's a good shonen, very popular. Thing is, all the arcs kind of end up the same way, where Takemichi just gets beaten up. He's basically a punching bag. He does nothing, and then all the other characters kind of get inspired by him getting beaten up. And then yeah, that's basically how each arc goes. He's basically so useless. Besides that, a lot of stuff's kind of sappy and generic. You know, his relationship with Hinata, like I felt for it in the beginning, but now, you know, it's getting kind of old. Besides that though, you know, I am excited on seeing like where the story's gonna go. Here, this arc is called Christmas Showdown, which is kind of interesting. It sounds like they're gonna have a nice snowball fight. Yeah, no one will die surely. But yeah, like we ended last season on a cliffhanger though, because yeah, we saw Takemichi got shot in the leg by Kisaki, and Kisaki also murdered the other dude Shifuyu, which was like pretty sad. So yeah, Takemichi's about to get shot. How does he get rescued? Who saves him? So I thought Tachibana, like the little brother, would save him, but yeah, like it wasn't him. It was actually Kazutora. So yeah, that was like very unexpected. So yeah, as Kisaki was about to kill him, shoot him in the head, Kazutora kind of rescues him and takes him under a bridge. So yeah, Kazutora's out of jail. Bro, this dude was like irredeemable. He murdered Mikey's brother. Straight up after that, joined another gang, performed more murders, like did not even care. And then yeah, Bachi died because of him. So yeah, Bachi's like pretty much permanently dead because Takemichi can't like undo stuff in the past. He can only kind of like change the future. So yeah, basically this dude's kind of like a good guy now. And yeah, we basically see that stuff in the present is kind of like flipped upside down. So yeah, Takemichi's like one of the generals of Toman. So he's like a really high up position. And yeah, basically Toman's been corrupted by who? Mikey. So it all stems from Mikey. Mikey turned evil. And we see there's like two reasons why. So there's like Kisaki was one of them. You know, Kisaki's evil as fuck. And the second part is this group called Black Dragon who kind of like gave him money. So it's basically implied that Mikey is like very corrupted now, which is like very out of character. We don't really know why, but yeah, like maybe it's because of Draken. You know, Draken's on death row right now. And all the other members are kind of weird. So yeah, the plot does thicken. So yeah, this episode was very chill. Just like, you know, plot dumping everything. Kind of like finding out what our next point in the mission is. We see that Kazutora's actually working with the police. Him and Shifuyu were trying to like, you know, break down Toman from the inside, call the police. Problem is, yeah, yo, Kisaki shot down Shifuyu. Takemichi actually gets arrested, but it's all for show. Because yeah, they're just like talking about what's gonna happen. So yeah, Naoto, Hinata's brother, he's kind of sad now. He tells Takemichi, yo, what happened in this timeline? So yeah, Takemichi's like a huge gangster now. He's kind of like evil. And he kind of orders a hit on this girl. So bro, he was the one that killed Hinata. Because Kisaki kind of like ordered the hit. And Takemichi like brought down the order for Akun to kill her. But yeah, all we gotta do is like change the timeline again. You know, no biggie. The main thing here is that we see Kisaki is like a shared variable in all of this. Kisaki is somehow obsessed with Takemichi for some reason. Yeah, it seems like he looks up to Takemichi, but they haven't really talked or interacted at all in the past. So yeah, we just gotta talk to Kisaki more. You know, that was our mission season 1. Still season 2, we gotta learn more about this guy. Like, he seems super evil and irredeemable, so yeah, no matter what, he's kind of bad news. Overall though, you know, anime's pretty exciting. You know, the plot and the story is gonna go a bit repetitive, but like this mystery is unraveling, so I'm excited for it. Besides that, yeah, we see Takemichi jump back into the past. Him and Hinata are together, kind of bowling together, which is like very cute. And then he sees this dude next to him in the bowling alley. So yeah, he has like this blue hair and a scar, so he seems to be part of like the Black Dragons that we heard about. So yeah, more shit is about to happen, more things set up, more characters getting introduced, and a new plot point where Takemichi has to learn more about Kisaki. Also, the ending song for this anime is a banger. Really loving the music here. Okay, so for Inspector Season 2, this is a cool kind of detective mystery anime. Very supernatural, but it's also kind of cute. There's not like a lot of huge stakes. There's like some quirky characters hanging out. So the main character is kind of like this cute short girl. Her name is Kotoko, and she's basically kind of like a spirit detective. She's like the goddess of wisdom. And yeah, she's pretty cute, kind of like doing things. It basically follows her kind of deducing facts and clues, deducing all these mysteries. So yeah, she's like mini Sherlock Holmes out here. She gave up one of her legs and eyeballs for this power. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. And yeah, she walks with a cane. She also has this big tall dude Kuro, kind of like her bodyguard boyfriend type of guy, and he's also immortal, and all the spirits are kind of like creeped out by him because yeah, he's just like a weird dude. So yeah, the main two, they're kind of a power couple. The thing is, he doesn't really like her that much, but yeah, I really love like the detective vibes where like this girl, she kind of like solves things like on the fly. It feels really nice and interesting. And yeah, here we kind of start off with a new mystery, and we hear kind of backstory from one of the residents where he's like, yeah, there's like a doll that's been left over and no one really knows what's happening. So yeah, they investigate, they realize, yeah, this doll is evil, but then they kind of lied to the guy that gave them the job because they didn't want to scare them. So Kotoko, she's like, yeah, the sound was from a wild animal, but yeah, she was actually lying about that because there's actually a dangerous spirit here. You have a spirit of like the sumo wrestler, so Kuro's like just fighting him basically. And yeah, this anime has a lot of dialogue and explanation, which I really enjoy, but if you don't like that, if you think it's slow paced or anything, yeah, that's like one of the main things that happen in this anime. I really like it though. I find it kind of unique. Just like a girl kind of monologuing, saying how things work. So yeah, it's pretty fun. Kuro, we also see it as power. He can like kind of predict the future a bit. So basically when he's fighting the sumo wrestler dude, he's like a Super Saiyan, where every time he dies, he gets stronger. He finds like the best path to beat him. So yeah, we end the episode there. You know, cute power couple solving mysteries. Really like it. Season 1 was really fun, but yeah, it did have some slow moments, especially with the fight with Nanase. It just took like too long, like a bunch of episodes to like get anywhere. But yeah, I really like the girls in this anime. And yeah, I guess we're gonna solve some mysteries. Let's go. Okay, so for my life as Inukai-san's dog. All right, bro, this anime is something else. It's an ecchi show, basically hentai, very creepy. Like I couldn't handle it when I saw like her like tongue fucking the dog's nose. Like that was a bit weird. But yeah, overall though, a lot of like nude, risky scenes of this girl Inukai. She's kind of like a black-haired normal girl with red eyes, but she has like a thing with dogs. So she kind of like finds this puppy on the street one day. It's raining. The thing is, the puppy is one of Inukai-san's classmates, but he got reincarnated as a puppy. And basically, yeah, she just kidnaps this puppy. Her mom is kind of like oblivious and stuff. Yeah, Inukai's a bit sadistic, but she loves dogs. She's like biting this dog naked, taking showers with it. Bro, like I cannot handle it. Like I heard from manga readers that this shit goes insane. Like there's so much more weird, uncomfortable stuff. So if you did not like this episode 1, it just gets worse and worse from here. Overall though, yo, I'm a big fan of degeneracy, so I'm gonna keep watching it until I can't handle it. I like it so far. But yeah, this girl, she wants to be Makima so bad. Like, come on, girl, stay in your lane. It's also funny because she names the dog Pochita at the end of the episode. So yeah, the Chainsaw Man references go hard. Alright, so for Bungo Stray Dogs, Season 4, Episode 1. Another unique anime this season, cool shonen, just like a lot of cool characters. They have abilities, doing detective shit. Each season starts off kind of like in a different location. We just learn more backstories of certain characters. Here it's like kind of cool, where we don't really see Dazai or Nakajima too much, but it's actually about Rampo. So when he first got started, so yeah, he's like the dude who can like solve every case like instantly. So here we see how like the captain first met him. So yeah, he lost his parents. He's kind of homeless, basically lost his job. He's like 14 years old. So he tries to go to Fukuzawa for a job. He's like kind of like this big tough detective. The thing is, he's in the middle of solving a case where there's like this assassin in the room tied up, and then this other dude trying to get clues. And then Rampo's like, okay, the assassin didn't do it, bro. He was framed. It was the secretary. So yeah, he solved the case instantly. Fukuzawa sees that he has potential, but he is a bit weird, so he doesn't really take him too seriously. But yeah, they kind of go talk about stuff, and he's kind of desperate for a job. So yeah, he keeps pestering the captain, and then the dude is like, yeah, okay, I'll take you on another job. I'll see what you can do. So this one, they're kind of in a theater. So then he's like a bodyguard basically, and there's like a death threat to they're gonna kill some of the actors. So then Rampo's just there spectating. Rampo realizes that this isn't a threat letter, it's a warning, because if it was a threat, then they'd ask for something in return. Yeah, Fukuzawa sees that Rampo, he only sees facts. That's how he kind of like solves things instantly, because all the fluff is kind of just filtered off from his head. And he also basically sees inside of Fukuzawa's head and kind of like deduces his past, where he might have been like this assassin that's like been killing people. He seems a bit ashamed about that, so he yells at Rampo, but he sees that, yo, Rampo is the real deal. And yeah, we kind of end the episode there. So yeah, cool start to the season. Really liked it. The season, if you haven't watched Bungo Stray Dogs, it's not about dogs, it's about like these dudes with powers. You know, Dazai's the funny dude. Nakajima's like a cool second main character that's trying to grow and like live his life successfully. You know, this anime is pretty unique, so yeah, highly recommended. Very excited to watch it. And yeah, 4 seasons deep, there's a lot of shit to cover. Okay, so for Oniichan wa Oshimai, yo, I am your sister. So this dude, he gets drugged by his little sister, and now he's turned into a girl. It's pretty much the premise. It's kind of like lolly bait for some reason, so you don't really recommend it, but I mean, I guess the concept is kind of funny and degenerate. So the main character is Mahiro. He's kind of like a shut-in dude, hasn't left the house in 2 years. So his little sister kind of uses him as a guinea pig for his experiments. He has this magic gender changing drug, which is like pretty OD, but yeah, she uses it on the brother, and now she has to live as a girl, kind of like make new clothes, dress up, and maybe change his life, I guess, because he's been a shut-in. So yeah, you know, wholesome anime, bro. This dude will change his life, but not really. He kind of first starts off by like taking his pants off, trying to like, you know, see if he really is a girl. The little sister's kind of like watching him through cameras, monitoring him at all times. They do stuff like take showers, wear new clothes, and the little sister kind of wants him to go outside, be active. So yeah, besides all the degeneracy, it's kind of like a wholesome family get-together. Okay, so for Tomo-chan Is a girl. So yeah, it's a romance show. This title, it's been used a lot, just like a simple romance concept where like the main girl has like one kind of defining quirk, and the main dude's kind of just like some random black hair dude. So yeah, our main girl is Tomo, and yeah, the gimmick is that she's a girl, but she's kind of like a tomboy. So the main love interest, like he doesn't really see her as a girl. He kind of like sees her as like one of the bros, and yeah, they can't really form a relationship together. Everyone's trying to ship them together, but yeah, it's just like not doing it. But yeah, her tough aura, it's just like hard to break free of that. You know, it kind of reminds me of, you know, Shikimori-san wants, not just a cutie. So, just like a simplistic romance show. It's not bad though. Love the character designs, tomboy, one of my favorite archetypes. So yeah, Tomo's trying to be more feminine, try to like, form a relationship with this dude Junichiro. And we see one of their like childhood friends is trying to ship them together, Misuzu. So she has like a sadistic, tired attitude. Besides that though, yeah, they do get into a lot of fights together, a lot of arguments. Even though deep down inside he kind of like has feelings for her. But he does stuff like pats her on the ass, kind of taps her, like fights with her. So it's gonna take a little bit for them to get like closer romantically, I guess. But yeah, overall a solid romance show. Probably gonna check all the boxes of stuff they gotta do. Side characters shipping them. Maybe there's a beach episode. Maybe they go see fireworks. Maybe there's a summer festival. I guess we'll see. But yeah, overall this anime is good so far. It's just like, a bit generic. But talking about generic romance shows, there's another one that's like even worse. First episode kind of hurt me inside. Like nothing happened. It was the most boring shit ever. So this one's called The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten. So you can tell by the title, it's like, okay, this girl kind of takes care of the guy. So yeah, like how they meet so far just like bothered me so much in this episode. So basically we see the main girl, she's like the angel. Problem is, yeah, she's like sitting in a park and it's raining. And the main dude, he has black hair. He's just like a generic good guy character. He kind of gives her his umbrella. His name is Fujimiya. So yeah, basically they go to the same school together and stuff. And yeah, basically the angel, she's a bit rebellious. Like we see that she has like mood swings and stuff for some reason. So there's something she's like bottling up inside. But the fact that Fujimiya did one good thing to her, now they're like destined to be in love for some fucking reason. I just hated that. They just met in the rain. Also, if that wasn't bad enough, bro, since this dude did not have his umbrella in the rain, he got sick. Fucking like crippling ass disabling fever. Ashina kind of sees this, the angel, and then she's like, okay, let me take care of you. And get this, bro. They live next to each other, next door apartment neighbors, and they have no parents. So I guess they're living alone for some reason. We see that Sheena, the angel, she has rich parents. She's probably trying to like rebel against them. She's trying to like do things independently. They're probably holding her down type of thing. But yeah, she kind of like feels indebted to Fujimiya. So she like cooks him rice porridge, helps him out while he's like having this crippling fever from the rain. The problem is we see Fujimiya, he does not clean his apartment, does not pick up his clothes. His shit is just like so dirty. Bro, just like me for real, for real. But yeah, this dude has no redeeming characteristics. So yeah, why is this angel just like helping him out? I don't know, but she does spoil him rotten. So yeah, she just cooks him food all the time. They're next door neighbors, so it's just so easy. They don't really talk in school or interact because yeah, she's just really popular. Hey, this dude's kind of like a black-haired NPC side character. So I guess there's stuff being set up, why is this dude so lazy? Is he depressed or something? Just made no sense to me. Just like, maybe do something else that's like more compelling instead of, oh, this dude gives her an umbrella. But yeah, besides that, the romance is cute. So yeah, if this anime does get better by the second, third episodes, I might give it a chance. But yeah, overall, just like a wholesome romance show, but not really my thing. Okay, so for Ijiranaide Nagatoro-san, don't toy with me, Nagatoro Season 2, or Second Attack it's called. So yeah, the onslaught is not finished. Bro, this anime is so bad, I hate it so much. There's so much unnecessary fan service. Each episode, each scene is kind of just like, okay, we get it already. Bro, can you guys go out or something? Because yeah, Nagatoro's just teasing him. It just does not feel good. Even if they have a mutual relationship or back and forth going on, it's just like so cringe. She's just doing stuff. When the senpai kind of plays along with her game, she gets embarrassed. We just like repeat and repeat over and over. Overall though, this anime does have funny moments, facial expressions, good music and sound effects, and it is a popular manga series. So yeah, like feel free to watch it. Not my favorite teasing show, bro. I'm a big fan of Takagi-san. But yeah, I mean the same familiar characters are there. If you like high school girl fan service, this is probably the show for you. We'll probably meet some new characters this season, but also the art club president, I cannot wait to see her again. Also yeah, this episode we saw a lot of feet. Nagatoro's feet and legs is like being shown off. Like one of the scenes, Nagatoro got new shoes, and then senpai like dropped some water on her shoes, so she's like, can you lick the water off my feet? He doesn't do it though. Another one, she kind of like forces the senpai to put tights on her legs. So yeah, the degeneracy continues. Not much to say about this, but yeah, I guess I'll keep watching until I get bored. Okay, and now for Mou Ippon. So this is a judo anime. We see girls kind of throwing each other, doing arm drags, flips, chokes, knockouts. So it's really funny. I like sports animes like this, where it's just like kind of slice of life based. Here, there's not really too many stakes. It's just like them trying to form a judo club. So yeah, our main girl, her name is Sonoda. So she's kind of graduating middle school. They're kind of like doing their last competition. Thing is, they kind of lose. And then Sonoda, she tries really hard to fight and win. But yeah, she gets beaten by Toa pretty handily. She gets a nosebleed and just like choked out. So yeah, it seems like in judo, getting an ippon is like pinning them with their back against the mat. So she kind of loses the competition, but yeah, she's pretty like upbeat and happy. Michi, so it doesn't really phase her, and she really wanted to quit judo anyway. So in high school, she wanted to like, you know, live her life, not be tied down to any clubs, get a boyfriend, stuff like that. The thing is, Toa wants to be friends with Michi. Problem is, she's a bit shy, so after she beat her in the competition, she doesn't really know how to approach her. So yeah, we kind of forget about them there, but in high school, they attend the same high school. So yeah, Michi with their friend Sanai, this girl with glasses, and this other girl, Anna, they're kind of in a clique together. And since Michi doesn't want to join any clubs, Anna tries to invite her to kendo. The thing is, in the dojo in school, we see Toa show up. So they're actually closing down the judo club, and she does not want them to get kicked out. So she's like, yeah, we need 3 members to form a club. All right, yo, Michi, let's go, let's get it. So yeah, she does remember her. And while everyone's kind of getting into an argument, into a fight, they kind of like throw each other. And then Michi realizes her love for judo again. So yeah, just like a bunch of cute girls are setting up their judo club in high school. And yeah, I guess they're gonna do things. It's pretty low stakes. There seems to be competitions coming up, but overall, yeah, they're just having fun, kind of sweating, throwing bodies. The main character, Michi, seems super nice and contagious. Everything seems to revolve around her. And all these friends she's making feel really good. So yeah, solid sports anime, you know, cute girls fighting. I'm super down. Okay, now we got Buddy Daddies, kind of like an original anime, a PA Works production. So yeah, they do a lot of like different stuff every season. Here it's kind of like about 2 assassins, and they kind of like pick up this random girl, and then yeah, she kind of like is their daughter. There's like 2 dudes living with each other. They kind of like live different lives. One of the dudes likes to gamble and talk to women. The other dude likes to play video games, but yeah, when they're in a job together, they just like, you know, become assassins. So yeah, in one of their missions, it's like Christmas, and then like they have this cake they're kind of like going to infiltrate, try to kill the target. And then yeah, there's this little girl coming in. She sees the cake. She goes into the elevator with the assassin dude, and she's like, "Are you my dad, Papa?" And they kind of try to like shoot everyone down while trying to save her life in the process. So yeah, we don't really know who her dad is, but yeah, I guess these 2 guys are gonna take care of her. The story looks like it's gonna go pretty deep, so I guess, you know, it gives some Spy Family vibes, I guess. We'll see what's gonna happen with this little girl and our 2 dads. And now we got Spy Classroom episode 1. So yeah, this is not related to Spy Family, but it is similar to Assassination Classroom. Kind of like a lot of spy waifus. They have like their own quirks. There's kind of like a training thing where they have a spy teacher trying to help them. The environment here is kind of like there was like this big war that happened, and then, you know, 10-15 years later, like after the war, just like long lasting consequences, and now like people don't really fight in wars too much. Things have advanced, so now it's like kind of wars but information now. So yeah, the spy industry is booming. A lot of people go to spy school, try to like kind of do things for their country. So yeah, our main girl, her name is Flower Garden. That's like her code name, and she's kind of like a reject at school. She's like failed a lot, but she does get one chance, and she kind of like takes like a pseudo graduation and gets like an internship somewhere, and all these other girls are also there. So all of them are kind of like rejects, dropouts of the school, not really good. So yeah, what is the reason they're here together? Well, there's like this dangerous, impossible mission coming up, and they're all kind of like being involved in it. So yeah, this mission seems like they're being sacrificial lambs because none of them are really like skilled at spy stuff, and this is like their first mission, and their teacher's also really bad. So yeah, that's why it's called Spy Classroom, because yeah, this teacher's trying to teach them spy stuff. His name is Klaus. He's kind of like this long black hair dude. He's pretty smooth, but yeah, he's just like too smart that he can't like teach. It's like, oh, it comes natural to me. So yeah, the fact that he's really skilled but not able to teach, like everyone's like frustrated and they don't think they can pass this mission. So then the main girl, Flower Garden, she kind of like goes one-on-one with him, goes on a date basically the next day, and then like she kind of like talks to him, and she kind of tries to help him out on the teaching methods. The problem is she has like an alternate motive where she actually poisons him on a boat because she's like, yeah, this is taking too long, you're not a good teacher for us, so yeah, I'm just gonna kill you right here. The thing is, he planned for this, so he also tied her up on the boat as well. So they both get to talking, kind of see each other's point of view, and they make up, and then yeah, they kind of rescue each other, no one dies. And yeah, he finally discovers a way to kind of help teach these girls. So since he's the best spy around, they could get stronger by beating him in a fight. So yeah, just like Assassination Classroom, beat the teacher, you win the game. It is a bit generic, you know, nothing interesting about it. Kind of reminds me of Eminence and Shadow if there were like no parody elements. Like the anime's just like way too serious. All these waifus, I just like cannot take it seriously. Okay, so for Tensai Oujo to Tensai Reijou no Mahou Kakumei, or otherwise known as the magical revolution of the reincarnated princess and the genius young lady. So it's kind of like an isekai long ass title, but it's basically like an anime about 2 princesses. One is kind of like the isekai main character who's kind of like a real princess. I think this is my favorite isekai this season so far. There's like a lot of them. So yeah, this one's like very cute. So it basically starts off with this princess. She's kind of adventurous, very strong, but she doesn't know magic, and she's like also isekai, so she like kind of remembers stuff about her old world, but she's kind of living life as like this blonde haired princess. So her name is Win, but she's also known as the Marauder Princess. And then after that, we see the other girl's name is Euphilia, and she's kind of like a smart girl that's engaged to Win's brother. The Marauder Princess, she's kind of adventuring all the time, killing monsters, being very strong. So yeah, her parents kind of disapprove of that, but yeah, she's just like wild, outgoing, and quirky. So basically right now, like her goal is trying to fly, and apparently magic in this world, no one can really fly like that. So she's kind of like trying to bring the memories of her past life, like airplanes, cars, all that stuff. She's trying to like do that in real life. But yeah, to do that, she's using magical science. So yeah, if she can't do magic herself, but she can like use magic stones. So yeah, she's kind of like putting magic stones into her broomstick and making it fly. The problem is, yeah, there's a lot of safety concerns. It's very uncontrolled so far and dangerous. So yeah, the Marauder Princess is the best girl in the show. But yeah, we gotta talk about the genius girl. So yeah, her name is Ophelia. She has white hair, and yeah, she's engaged to the princess's brother. Problem is, yo, the brother cheated on her. Damn, bro, 2-timing already. So he's kind of like hanging out with this black-haired normal girl, and he calls off the engagement. Bro, he embarrasses her in front of everyone in front of the school. It's like hard for her to do anything because she's like being bullied so much. But yeah, that's when the Marauder Princess comes crashing in. Bro, she was flying, and then the broomstick went wrong, so she crashes into the window. She sees that there's like this whole awkward situation right now, so she kind of rescues Ophelia, and she's like, okay, I'm the Marauder Princess. I'm gonna take you. If my brother doesn't want you, yo, you're mine. So we kind of end off this episode 1 with this like Yuri relationship forming. I guess they'll have like a mutual relationship going on where, you know, Princess Anesphia, she wants to do more things with magic, and Ophelia's like really smart, so they can probably collab, create some things together, and, you know, I guess be successful in this isekai world. Okay, so for Sugar Apple Fairy Tale episode 1, yeah, kind of like a cute name. It's kind of about fairies and how they're oppressed in this world. So like the main girl character is trying to like, you know, be friends with the fairies, trying to like help this like war with humans and fairies. I like the premise of it, but in actual execution, the anime is kind of just like a, you know, regular romance show. I was expecting more of the main girl doing things herself, but yeah, she just like gets a man's. I mean, I don't blame her. She's still young. She's like 15 years old, trying to like do things independently. But I don't really like how it just like devolved into like this romance show. But yeah, I'll still talk about it. It's like pretty decent if you're just like, you know, female protagonists doing their thing in a fantasy world. So yeah, our main girl is Anne. She's kind of like this cute orange-haired girl. Ever since she was young, her mom like kind of showed her these sugar treats that like are carved from fairies. And then she also kind of talks about how like fairies are important. So it was like a war between humans and fairies. Humans won because they're like bigger and there's more of them. So yeah, fairies are kind of like enslaved now. We see the power of fairies come from their wings. We also see that fairies have like the power to make sugar from these apples. There's like these white apples. So yeah, like fairies are good because they give you sugar. Problem is, yeah, we're enslaving the fairies, so that shit is not good. And basically Anne, her mother died like in the future. So yeah, she's 15 years old right now. She's on her way to kind of journey into the world. It looks like she's trying to improve human fairy relationships. She's like pretty strong and confident in her own way. The problem is, yeah, she's still growing. So when she tries to get a fairy of her own to like kind of protect her, it's like a warrior fairy. He kind of like teases her, and then she kind of gets flustered, and they basically like form like a relationship. But yeah, they still hate each other because, you know, fairies are oppressed. Overall though, yeah, I guess I'll keep watching this anime. It's a bit cute, a bit sweet. But yeah, overall I might drop it eventually. Okay, so for the Misfit of Demon King Academy season 2, bro, it's animes of season 2. Like, who asked for this? Like, I know it's kind of popular, like, it's like a pseudo isekai about this dude that's like got reincarnated as a demon lord. His name is Anus, and yeah, he got like this harem of girls, and yeah, basically he's the reincarnation of like the demon lord. And then yeah, he's super strong. He's kind of like the misfit because yeah, he's just like super strong and OP and kind of weird. But yeah, he's just like, you know, generic black-haired, you know, tough dude. I don't really care about this anime. But yeah, I guess they're like introducing new villains in this episode. So they're kind of resurrecting a god and having them fight each other. And we see that a squad of girls, they're also in trouble. There's like people attacking them. So yeah, his back's against the wall in this first episode. But yeah, nothing seems to be too dangerous so far. But yeah, I'm not really concerned about anything. Like, I don't think anyone's gonna die out here. Overall though, I guess we're gonna see what's gonna happen. You know, another isekai season 2. I'm not super interested in it at all, but you know, there's a lot of solid girls in this anime. There's a bunch of lore that goes deep and a bunch of like serious plot lines. So I guess we'll see what's gonna happen. Also, we got Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon season 4 part 2. So it's a continuation of season 4. Season 4 so far was like, you know, kind of average. You know, nothing too much happened. The waifus are out here, and Belle was kind of exploring the dungeon. There was like this big giant tree monster that was attacking everyone. Belle meets like this mermaid waifu, and then after that we see that the elf girl had some drama around her where like she was accused of murdering someone. We don't really see too much of Belle this episode. Him and the elf girl, they're kind of like is heavily injured somewhere. Everyone's trying to rescue them, throwing arrows, doing magic, slicing up the enemies. So yeah, they kind of beat like this twin-headed leviathan in this like underground water area. So yeah, I guess we'll see what's gonna happen as things are kind of heating up, getting serious. Okay, so for the ice guy and his cool female colleague, so yeah, another like okay romance show, and it's kind of funny and different. So yeah, the main character, he's called the ice guy because he has a cold heart, but you know, not really. He's actually like a normal dude, kind of like a nice guy actually. But the problem is when he's concentrating or gets emotional, like ice builds up and it's like snowing around him, so he has like ice powers, like literally. But yeah, he does have a cool coworker. She's kind of a nice cool waifu named Fuyusuki, and yeah, basically they talk a lot, they kind of help each other out. So yeah, it's just like an office romance story. A lot of these characters are like kind of supernatural as well. There's like people with cat ears and stuff. I guess it's like an office fantasy for you self-inserts. And yeah, now let's quickly go over some other shows. Don't really have much to say about these, so I'll just like quickly gloss over them. So yeah, we do have a lot of isekais. Two other ones that kind of stood out for me: Saving 80,000 Gold in Another World from Our Retirement. Basically about a girl that kind of falls off a cliff and now she's like in this isekai world. She doesn't really speak the language, but she meets a cute girl. This one's kind of nice because that's like a lot of parody funny moments, but I didn't really expect to be this entertained by it. But yeah, it's like pretty solid. Eventually she realizes that she can like hop worlds, so she's not really stuck in the isekai world. She can go back to Earth. And then her big brother who died, he kind of like gives her advice in her head. Her plan is basically to take stuff from Earth, sell it in the isekai world, profit, kind of like make 2 billion yen, enough for her retirement. So it's a pretty funny premise. It's kind of weird and different, so I do like it. We also got another isekai, chilling in my 30s after getting fired from the Demon King's army. So it is pretty relatable, I guess. He's like some normal dude who doesn't know magic, but he's part of like the Demon King's army. They kind of kick him out because yeah, he just doesn't know magic. So he's living his life kind of like a homeless adventurer right now. But then he kind of rescues this girl, and he's kind of like indebted to him. He meets the parents, and now they're kind of like forming a party together. He turns out to be a hero. He's really strong actually. So yeah, he was raised by demons, but he's actually a human, and he's like the master of all elements. And yeah, I guess he's like living his overpowered life right now, doing things. So just like a 30-year-old self-insert normal dude, just like getting this hot girl in the first episode, and I guess like continuing his isekai life. And now we got Handyman Saitou in another world, another isekai. Like this dude, you know, he's like a construction dude. The anime's like has solid quality, a lot of penis strokes and stuff, so it is pretty self-aware. And now we got the reincarnation of the strongest exorcist in another world. Okay, this title is so generic. Kind of like about a dude who got betrayed, but he got isekai. Now he turned into like this little boy, very cute, living in a mansion, summons ghosts and stuff. So it's pretty funny but generic. We got the Trigun anime, Trigun Stampede, basically a remake of the OG Trigun, but it's just like full CGI. It looks like really bad and choppy. I don't really know why they remade it, but yeah, it's out here. You know, the OG Trigun's pretty fun. I'll probably give it a few episodes before I drop it. Actually, Stampede out here is the two kind of detective girls looking for him, and them just going on a lot of like quirky adventures. Ningen Fushin, adventurers who don't believe in humanity will save the world. All right, what a title. Okay, basically we got this dude Nick as our main character, kind of like Naofumi looking, green armor. So then yeah, he's like living life. He's in his party, but then he gets kicked out of the party for stealing money, but he gets framed, so kind of like in shambles right now. He kind of hates the world. So yeah, he's just like drinking in the bar where he meets these 3 other people. They're also in kind of like a similar situation like him, where they hate people. So yeah, all 4 of them form a party where we just like hate everyone but we're still like living our lives. This episode is kind of each of them telling them their shitty backstories of how they got betrayed, like their significant other broke up with them. So it's kind of like an interesting concept. You know, these isekais are keeping it pretty unique, so yeah, excited for this one as well. Now we got the Ice Blade Sorcerer show rule the world. It's kind of like a fantasy show. There's this dude Ray who's like really strong, but he kind of like wants to enroll in school, so he like live a normal life, try to be incognito. So yeah, Ray just instantly like hangs out with a lot of girls. He's like an outcast, but yeah, he makes friends, and he kind of does things, you know, does detective stuff, try to help people out. So yeah, just like another kind of generic-ish isekai. Okay, now we have the Tale of Outcasts, kind of like a furry anime. So kind of like animal people in the British Empire. So yeah, it's about 2 people, Wisteria, this cute white-haired girl, and this kind of lion dude Marbas, and yeah, just like hanging out, you know, trying to find a place where they belong. So yeah, it's like a pretty cute show, I guess. Okay, now we have Endo and Kobayashi Live, the latest on Tsundere Villainous Lizelette. So yeah, it's like a Otome game-based show, but yeah, the main 2 characters are kind of like the people that are actually controlling the game, making the decisions. And yeah, we see the villainess. She's actually very misunderstood. She's actually like pretty emotional, hiding her true feelings and pain. So then the prince kind of like listens to the player characters, and he's like, oh yeah, the villainess is pretty cute and surprisingly deep. I'm actually in love with her now. So yeah, I guess Endo and Kobayashi, they're trying to make decisions to like, you know, change the outcome of the game. So yeah, I guess it's like a different idea for this like generic anime concept. So it is pretty funny and wholesome so far. And now we have Revenger. Yeah, it's not related to Tokyo Revengers, but it's kind of like a samurai based show. Pretty violent, about this dude who has like a sword. They kind of want some revenge because like everyone in his clan kind of died. So yeah, it's kind of a crazy samurai based show. You know, people are dying, getting killed, and just like a lot of cool characters so far. All right, and now we got Monogatari. So it's kind of like a cute, cool show. It's a bit shonen-y, but it's kind of about ghosts and spirits, and about this dude living with the main girl and, you know, interacting with all these spirits. Also, now we have farming life in another world, bro. This is Minecraft the anime. This dude, he gets isekai'd, and then he has like this farming tool, this godlike farming tool, can transform into any tool, and he's just farming, and he has like OD farming skills. He has like infinite stamina. It's very boring, but you know, what can you do? Also, there's some campfire cooking in another world. So it's like this dude who got isekai'd, and then he kind of like left his party. So he's basically just like an isekai traveling chef. There's also My Hero Academia season 6. I checked this episode out because, you know, Eve was doing the OP. I gotta listen to the Eve bangers. This one was like very solid. So yeah, another cool addition to the My Hero OP collection. Here though, this episode is kind of just like a recap. We see like the first half just like telling us what happened in the fight, which we see. So it's like pretty tragic. You know, rest in peace Midnight, actually. She died. It's been confirmed. So goddamn it, bro. That was out of of nowhere. A lot of other people died. We see the aftermath. Kind of like a big thing Deku sees is that Shigaraki kind of like wants someone to save him. But yeah, besides that, a lot of like tragic stuff, kind of the aftermath. We see Uraraka trying to save a lot of people. So yeah, just like a lot of emotional things, you know, despair. Yeah, the season continues. So I guess I'm curious where it's gonna go from here, but it looks like All For One, he's not stopping. So he has all these no moves under his control. Probably gonna do another fight in the recent future. Now we got Blue Lock, you know, it's continuing, bro. This team soccer anime. A lot of like exciting moments. Isagi, Nagi, all these other characters out here. So yeah, this anime continues. World Cup is over, but Blue Lock continues. There's also stuff like Eminence and Shadow. So yeah, it's continuing on. Till Your Eternity, pretty emotional show. Urusou Yatsura. So yeah, it's a long ass romance comedy show. But yeah, a lot of slice of life shows this season. So many isekais. And yeah, we have a lot of bangers on top like Vinland Saga. So yeah, a lot of like cool variety, I guess. So I'll probably watch a lot of them, see which ones hit or not. But besides that, that is it for this long ass review. Please let me know if I forgot anything, what your favorite animes this season was, and I'll see you next week.